Alright, what's up guys, it's Mature Deity, and we have an exciting thing coming at the end of February, so I'm just going to make this video now because there shouldn't be any character updates or anything, so we just had a balance patch. So with this is going to be going over who you should pick from the Mystic Summon event. So the Mystic Summon event is going to be where I should be able to pick any character in the game. So any Mystic character in the game, Moonlight 5 character, you can put them on a banner and summon on them. So the way it looks like this is going to work is this is going to replace the Mystic banner for a 3-week period. So whatever your Mystic pity is currently, or at the time the banner changes, it should carry over to this banner. So if there's a character you really want in Epic 7, if you don't do any summons now and save all your resources, there's a good chance you should be able to get basically anything you want. You might have to spend a little bit of money or refresh Skystones. If you have a lot of Skystones, you should be able to probably get any character. You just might have to spend a little bit since they gave us enough warning. So those of you guys that have you want Moonlight Landy, for example, don't do any Mystic summons right now. Save all your resources, do all your Guild Wars, refresh all your Skystones you get from Arena, and be ready for this. So with this, I'll go over everything they say here. They say the Mystic Summon will take place on 2/29, so the end of February, and is desired heroes among all 4 stars and 5 stars released within the last 6 months. So they say it's only released within the last 6 months. There's a chance, though, that this is some kind of translation error, and it's all Moonlight heroes, including the ones released in the last 6 months. That's what we think it is, but I'm going to do the tier list based off of all of them. But if it is only the heroes released in the last 6 months, whenever the banner does come around, just exclude all the other Moonlight 5s that we talk about and pick from the ones that are available depending on where they are in the tier list. So now next up we have the timing of it and the 4-star heroes. If there's a 4-star hero you want, we're not going to go over that. ML5 is probably like the #1 character I would put on there if you don't have him. Right now, I think ML5 is like the best ML4 star you could get for RTA purposes at least. So new Moonlight heroes will not be released during an aforementioned Mystic Summon period, so there will be no new Mystic banner during this. All right. So if you're missing a specific ML4 that you know is good, you can put it in here, and it's not a bad thing to do because if you're doing a lot of summons, there's a good chance you're going to get at least one copy of that Moonlight 4-star. So now that we're getting into it, I'm pretty sure once you summon the character that you want, you can also change this banner to be a different character. That's how they usually work in the past. So I think you're able to make your own banner and pick like 3 different or isn't this wait, is this the Mystic banner that doesn't have pity? It has coins? Wait, do you guys remember the old ones had Moonlight or Mystic coins? It's nothing about pity. You have to summon for the coins. So it's like a whole thing. So the Mystic Pity isn't even going to matter, is it? I don't think the Mystic Pity is going to matter. I think it's just a coin summon, and if you get enough coins during this time, then you can buy the character you want. So there's a good chance you have to do a full 200 summons regardless. So depending on how they do this, they didn't say anything about the coins in here, but last time they did this, there were coins. So your Mystic Pity isn't going to carry over. All right, so whatever I said at the beginning, most likely that's not going to be a thing. This one is a coin summon. Does it say coin summon anywhere? I don't know. I didn't see any coin summon thing. We'll see when it comes, okay? But most likely it's going to be coins. All right, so now with that all out of the way, just know, save all your summons until this, unless you want to pull Zeo or Conquer Lilius. So that other video's up if you want to read what they're for. So it's most likely the same as the old one. So now let's go ahead and hide this. We don't need that anymore. So it's going to be really quick. We're going to go through all of these really quick. Abyssal Euphine, definitely top tier. She's super, super good. A Tywin is going to be an okay pick. He's fantastic. But the top picks are going to be the characters that just define the meta. So Arby is still an okay pick. He's usable. I use Arby all the time against cleavers. Archteam of Shadow, I would say pick if you're dumb category. Architect Leica is almost pick if you're dumb category, but Bellion, I don't think Bellion's a top pick. I think we got to be really picky on top picks. Briar Witch Assyria, does she deserve top pick? But yeah, we're starting the Blue Gear Challenge after we do all this stuff. Closer Charles, he's okay. Manor Pavel's okay. Conquer Lewis, top pick. Dark Horse is okay. DDR is probably top pick. DDR is so good. Desert Joe Basar, he's okay. Dilibet's okay. Dragon King Shroon, not sure how good she is. Ludwig is okay. Fitzludic is okay. Fawn Cecilia. I mean, she's still usable, but I'd almost put her in the pick if you're dumb category. Do you think DJB pick if you're dumb category? The pick of your dumb category is gonna get people so riled up. New hat? Yeah, I do have a new hat. What's up, white base? Jay Kisei? I think Jay Kisei still deserves a pick if you're dumb category, but she might be okay now. What do you think of Judge Kisei? LR Crow probably top. All right, I'm gonna drag everything. I mean, Meteor Coward, everybody should already have him, right? I don't know if Meteor Coward goes on top picks because everybody should have him from the headhunt thing, especially following my guides. Rowana is not bad for cleavers. Sage Ball is okay. Soulblade Aura. I mean, Stenning is really, really good. Always will be. Zeo, probably top pick. Sylvan. Omika, pick if you're dumb. Kayron. I think Kayron's still fine. ML Shu almost deserves the top two. Okay, so what would you change from this? I mean, Judge Kisei is pretty niche, but she can be very, very good for Arena right now. And you sort by hero importance inside of the categories? Negative. ML Cowrick, so you do want to put ML Cowrick up to the top and Bellion up to the top? I feel like we need to make an extra tier then. Because I think that like Moonlight Landy, so the characters at the left here, like my top 3 characters in the game right now are these 3 right here. Like Abyssal Yufine, ML Ken, and Naval Captain Landy. I feel like they're in a league of their own and compared to all these other characters. You think Solitaria is still a top pick? I want strays for PvE. Strays for PvE, you need insane gear to make them work. Maybe like a top of the top. All right, I'm gonna just make this my top picks. My top picks. Add an extra top. Okay, my top picks are definitely these 3. That's my personal favorite 3 that you can get. These characters, damage characters. Yo, what's up, Alarm? Thanks for remembering. Remembering? Wait, remembering. That's kind of clean. Is that the reason they did memberships on YouTube? Name it top of the top. These are my top picks. This is what I would say. These 3 characters can just solo carry you games. JKC is non-existent. She's so bad. I think she still deserves the lowest tier. But when you pick Judge Kisei in a good spot, she is decent. Sally does nothing versus Landy and Yufine, yeah. Solitaria, I think this tier is pretty solid. All these characters are insanely good. These are the characters. A Tywin almost goes up. He's at the top of this tier for sure. Bellion, is Bellion even that good? She's hard countered. I think this looks pretty good though, overall. Bellion and Rowana probably higher for you. You would do Bellion higher? I'll do Bellion higher. I mean, she definitely is super good. Do some good 4-star ML picks too. Okay, we'll do the 4-star MLs as part of this video. Why not? So what do you think about this? What is your tier list? I do agree that Bellion's good, but I'm not moving Rowana up. I'm not moving Rowana up. She is too niche. So the thing is Bellion, everyone can play her. So I actually think Judge Kisei buff was a nerf to an extent. Are healers even used in PvP? Yeah, they are. Dustina is probably the main healer used in PvP. When is part 3 of the guide coming out? Yeah, it came out 2 days ago. What do you mean? All right. But what do you guys think? You think this list is pretty good? Closer Charles is pretty rough. Both Closer Charles and ML Leica right now are pretty rough. So was Sylvan Sage. But all of these characters, I think they're all really solid. Flittic is definitely high because the Flittic could cleave, but that's like very specific players with insane gear. For tier list watching hand guys top tier because how easy is to gear? Yes, he is insanely easy to gear and he's the best cleanser in the game still. And he gives attack buff. Fighting Spirit's so good because of Elvira? Well, yeah, Fighting Spirit's so fantastic. You just ban Elvira if need be. And half the time, you just kill everything around Elvira as long as they don't have a secondary threat. So I think this is solid. Swinger Rowana for the newbie guide. Should we skip her and summon on Senya? Yes. Senya priority. Senya priority for sure. So if you're a new player, I think Landy. Guys, as someone who doesn't have ML Landy, Not having her is one of the worst things in the Epic 7 experience. So coming from someone, one of the few people that do not have ML Landy, I will tell you right now, if you have the ability to get her, just get her. What's up, Alvi? Just get ML Landy. Your life will be so much easier. All right, she adds so much. ML Landy is kind of hard to build though, not really. You can build a very poor ML Landy and she will perform better than a poor version of any of these other characters besides LR Crow and DDR maybe. Like, you could build a poor LR Crow DDR Brightsaria and Handguy's easy. A poor Stenny obviously is going to be good, but most people should have Stenny. But a poor version of ML Landy is going to be infinitely better than all these other characters. Okay? My friend got ML Landy yesterday on Single Covenant Summon. Ask him to delete their account, please. What artifacts can you put on ML Landy? Elbrus. Any kind of tanky artifact works too. Not Aureus. You can put Adamant on Landy. You technically want it to, if you have no other options. But honestly, any of the 5-stars that deal extra damage could be fine. You want Elbrus though. Already asked him to delete it. Perfect, thank you. I would guess ML Vivian, ML Charon, A tier, or bring ADS up one. Dude, Archstreamer Shadow I could say could go up one, but these, I think this tier, the thing is Fallen Cecilia can still be used as a late draft pick. So like, I don't think Fallen Cecilia even deserves this lowest tier, and Swordblade Araminta's not bad either. Like, the thing is, these two characters could go up here too. I think Swordblade's great. Hey, yo, what's up, Lord Diaz? Thanks for resubbing. I think both those characters are fine.
Billy approve.
I put mature glasses, or yeah, Bastion candy isn't the best. But so for new players, just get ML Landy if you don't have C-Lewis, yeah. Like, I would just get ML Landy over C-Lewis all day. C-Lewis doesn't win you games. ML Landy, you could just literally pick her and she'll win you games. C-Lewis, you pick her. If you don't get turn 1, you're struggling. If you if they hard counter pick C-Lewis and you can't flex your draft, you're still gonna lose. Whereas Landy, you just slap her down, and if you ban correctly in the ban phase, you're probably gonna win. So his CC's only 5th pick, so you can't get countered by Cigarette. I don't even think Cigarette can counter you anymore. Well, I mean, Carmen's just better. C-Arm is just better. Opsig sucks, because I tried to use Opsig into protection set Carmen. You can't do any damage. What's up, Silvio? I think this is the list. Okay, so this is going to be the final list. My personal top picks for this are going to be Landy, Euphine, and MLKen. These 3 characters can solo win you games. They can be used in all content that you want to put them in. They are all extremely, extremely good. Bad thing is artifacts. They're all 5-star artifact reliant. To be to like a very good potential, it's Elbrus Ritual Sword. Abyssal Euphine you can use on Elbrus. I like the Holy Sack Abyssal Euphine, which takes a max Holy Sack for max value. But Elbrus on Abyssal Euphine is still really good too. And then Martial Artist Ken is going to need Sigurd's Scythe. So these 3 characters, to have them perform at the highest level that you want them to, you're going to need 5-star artifacts. Now my top picks, Browitch Cesaria, Preventing Revives, great. Last Rider Crow, one of the best tanks in the game, a ton of AoE damage, and you just build him like a general tank. And he can mitigate because you put him on Aureus. Death Dealer Ray, if you get him through and the opponent doesn't have any counters, you just win the game for free. Death Dealer Ray is insanely strong, not too hard to gear. Meteor Coward goes up here. Most people already have him, hopefully, if you've been following my guide. But super easy to gear, best cleanser in the game still. Conqueror Lilius is going to be up here, probably above Handguy. Conqueror Lilius, highest win rate character in the game, I believe, still has that title. She's insanely good, super flexible. Spectre Cheever, most of you have her already from Moonlight Blessing. So, but Spectre Cheever, great for PvP and PvE content. Zeo, insanely strong. Build them super fast, easily. Lionheart Sermia counters everything in the game. If you pick her and your opponent accidentally dual attacks, you can just win the game from that moment. Lone Crescent Bologna, insanely strong for all the content in the game as well, especially Guild Wars and Arena. RTA a little bit harder to use her because you need to make sure you cannot get controlled, but she's still insane in RTA, and she counters a lot of the top picks that are out there. One of the highest damage dealers in the game for sure. Urban Shadow Shu, insanely underrated character. She might not be underrated anymore, but Whenever she first came out, people didn't see the value in her. Now everyone's running her in their arena defenses, their arena offenses. She's still super, super good in RTA under certain pick circumstances. Same with Solitaria. Solitaria is still a very, very good character. She shuts down mechanics in the game, and she can just solo win you games if you get RNG checked. Show Kitty, I'm showing the cat. Bellion, again, shuts down your opponent's ability to gain souls. Definitely top pick. She's just a character that you can just pick whenever, and she's great. I think Shu Loki is top picks in certain situations. All right, so this is top pick. She is top pick, right? But these are my personal favorite top picks. So any new player watching this video, ML Landy. I'm just gonna tell you, get ML Landy. You don't have to do much with your brain at that point. You just put her on every kind of content you have, and you're chilling. But these are my favorite characters in the game to suggest people to get. So these are my picks. But technically, these are just top picks. So this is just if you want to go off what I'm saying, you can. I don't have ML Landy, so it skews my opinion of her being ungodly strong. But down here, these are top picks. And then the OK picks, I'm not going to go over what each of them do, but you can research. All of them are solid. They all get used in different scenarios, and they're definitely usable characters that are pretty good. Now, pick if you are dumb. We have these characters are all just outclassed, and Judge Kisei is still just terrible, even after her most recent buff. She's okay. She can still be used, but she's just not very good. Her base stats just don't align with what she needs to be doing. So I do not like Judge Kisei. But Tomika is just outclassed by other characters, and Ruel is hard outclassed, same with Bloodman Haze. These characters are all in a pretty bad spot. DJ Basar just has characters that do the job better, but technically DJ Basar would be usable if you build him high effect res. So if you have max imprint to DJ Basar, getting that free effect resist, you could probably use them, but I'd opt for Infinite Horizon Acades over DJ Basar now. So that is the ML5 version. So let's go ahead and go and do an ML4 version now. So how do I reset the tier list? So 4 stars. There aren't that many 4-star MLs. How do I reset the tier list? Compare. Settings? No. Guys, how do I reset the tier list? Reload. I hate it here. Yeah, it's even laughing at me. All right, so ML4 star list. Okay, so I'm not going to change anything on this. This is going to be very, very quick, but I know you guys are going to want this. So Angel of Light and Joka, top tier. Easily top tier if you don't have the character. Get her. Assassin Sid. A Coley. I guess Assassin Sid can go into second tier. A-Lots, second tier maybe. Bad Cat Armin, pretty bad. Benevolent Armin, pretty bad. Blingo, pretty bad. BBK, middle tier. Celestial Mercedes, terrible. C-Dom, terrible. Champ Zerato. I win some games with Champ Zerato sometimes, and he's decent PvE. ML Ren, I think, is terrible. C Armin, S tier. Fighter Maya, not good. Spiritia, General Purgus, very good. General Purgus might go in the top tier. Inferno Quazu, definitely top tier. Infinite Horizon, Katie's almost goes top tier for me. Kitty Clarissa is amazing for PvE content. LPK only gets A tier, she's not that great. Bunny Dom gets max tier. Furious is lowest. This is lowest. Shadow Rose. Shadow Rose could technically be used for Banshee one-shotting. I do that. Shooting Star Katie's. She can be used for PvE. She can be used for PvE. Any other PvE. Ren can go here. Dingo. I use Dingo for some PvE, but Bad Cat Armin maybe can have A. She is a usable character. Sangelica can go high A. Tempest Cern's pretty solid. Crozet's still solid. Water Imprint, Speed Imprint. So these two speed imprints are fantastic. All right, so Quazu A tier SMH, especially for newer player. Kawazu's S tier for new players. You know how easy this character is to gear? The S tier is perfect. Kawazu is insanely easy to gear. Counters everything in the universe. Right? Counters everything in the universe. Do you not play Kawazu? Dude, Kawazu on a new account. Veronica's not an ML4 star. These are ML4 stars. I think this list is solid. I think A-Lots, like these 3 characters down at the bottom are like pushing the limits of being terrible. Like they probably shouldn't be up there. Shadow Rose is PvE. T-Cern wouldn't be PvE. Kitty Clarissa is PvE. But I mean, these 2 characters are speed characters. Like see it said in that. Honestly, these characters go at the bottom too. But overall, G Perk is definitely near the top. Shooting Star K's PvE purpose. LPK kind of fallen off a little bit. Croza for new players is actually really nice. And the speed imprints are fantastic. So let me move the speed imprints up. I think this is solid. Can newbie, Gear, Ricardo even kill Landy? Probably. Even if it can't kill Landy, it'll get close enough. Dude, you underestimate how easy it is for Ricardo to kill stuff. Or Broman. I mean, Broman technically could be here. I'll put him up there. But overall, I mean, Free Spirit's here. Everybody gets her, so she's not even on the list. So let's just remove her from the list. New players don't have Tachis. You don't have to have Tachis. You have Hand Guy. All new players are using Hand Guy. Mediator, Cowrick, click S3. You have attack buff Kawazu that is cleansed, and you can just attack ML Landy without even needing thing. ML Kawazu is god tier for new players. Those of you that haven't played a new account, don't ring your opinion in here. I've played infinite new accounts. I use them all the time on new accounts. And trust me, he works because whenever you're first getting into PvP, you're playing against people who also have poor gear. So an ML Kawazu on mediocre gear will kill a mediocre geared Landy easily. So ML tier is not as great in Banshee. ML tier we all get for free, so now I'm the selector. My kills with no mid easily. All right, well I think this is it, right? Did you not add your picks on the ML4 list? My picks are just S. The ML4 list is just these four. If you don't have one of these four, you put them in there. If you do have these four, then you can pick G Purgus for some PvE, and he's usable in PvP. Singelica if you want to start aiming to set up one-shot teams. Infinite Horizon Katie's for an extra cleanser. Fat Cat if you want some RNG, play around with that. Other than that, though, if you want Kitty Clarissa, she's fantastic for PvE. Other than those, though, it's just mainly these four. If there's one of these four you don't have, get one of these four. C-Dom is B. I just got her today, too. Yeah, C-Dom is not very good. I mean, no, C-Dom's not very good. Honestly, put Kitty above Carmen just for the PvE. I'm going to put Kitty at the top of A, okay? How's that sound? So if a character is only usable in PvE, I'm putting them lower, okay? Because PvE you can clear with any combination. All right, she is a luxury unit that will just make things easier. Otherwise, just use Raz. All right, Fat Cat Armin is good. Not really. She's okay. She can be funny to use, but she's, I don't know, she can be funny. Just make a PV exclusive tier. No, that's fine. This is the end of the 5-star. No one really cares about 4-star. They'll open this part. They'll see these four at the top. They'll grab one of them, and they're good to go. So, all right, that is going to be the tier list. So that's my opinion on all this. Hopefully, this is, again, under the understanding that any character is pickable from this like they have been in the past. We don't know how this is going to work. They said characters in the last 6 months. So unless they adjust that wording, then we do not know. If it is characters only in the last 6 months, then it can't be. There hasn't even been a 4-star in the last 6 months. Has there been a new ML 4-star in the last 6 months? I don't think there has been. So it's going to be one of these. So that is going to be the video. Let me know down in the comment section what you think so that new players can read your opinions on it too. Because as you see, I have the chat on the screen. I'm trying to not just make it my opinion. I'm trying to make it a community opinion. So comment what you think. And that's fine. If you disagree on certain things, say why you disagree so new players can read that too. Or maybe not just new players, but players that were indecisive about what they're going to get. The more info that people put out there, the better. If your info sucks, though, and people comment that your info sucks, that's on you. But I'm used to it, though. For me, everyone always says my info sucks. So, but just know you might get some angry comments. But Alarm, thanks for gifting a membership. But that is it. I will see you guys all in the next video. Peace out.